It is day number 90 of the self quarantine today here in Los Angeles. It's going to be a very short but informative video. It's very hot today. It was in the mid 90s, kind of like 95, 96 degrees. It was boiling, it was sweaty. I had to take three cold showers. I have the window open, I have fans on, like you name it. It's just a heat wave going on, and I cannot imagine how summer is going to be later this year. But going on to what's important, number one thing, first off, is the George Floyd protest that is happening in Los Angeles. That happened. And it's going to continue to happen, led by the Black Lives Matter movement. It's actually going to be its 15th day of protest in a row. And the majority of the protests was still happening in downtown Los Angeles, right in front of the city hall. But it's been peaceful so far, so that's good to know. The second thing that was a big news and announced later today, um, Coachella, Stagecoach, the music festivals have officially been canceled. So unfortunately, they saw that COVID-19 is not going to go anywhere anytime soon, and the propose of moving it forward in October was just a it was just a fantasy. It wasn't going to happen. It basically gave people false hopes, but it is what it is. And until we have a vaccine for this COVID-19, I don't think there's going to be any concerts or any um, music festivals where you can get like big crowds of people anytime soon. So wait for the bad news, but now the good news, the news that I've been waiting for, specifically because I am a soccer fan. I'm a football fan or football fan, as everyone else in the world says it. The beautiful game is finally coming back in the United States on July 8th. So MLS, Major League Soccer, is finally going to kick off a kind of World Cup style mini tournament in Orlando, Florida. So all 26 teams are going to play in six groups, I believe. And in those six groups, the top two teams of each group, plus I think like the best third place finishers. So it's 16 teams go to the round of 16, and then after that, it's single elimination. So kind of like a World Cup style. And they actually did the draw earlier today, and they said that they were taking lessons of what they were seeing in Germany. Because if you remember in my previous videos a month ago, when I said the Bundesliga, the first German division soccer league, was one of the first to open its soccer league during this pandemic with COVID-19 protocols. So they said that the best thing to do is to ease up traveling, have it all in one spot in Orlando, Florida. Everyone is going to be tested for COVID-19 every single day and every time before a game. And it's to minimize the travel. And they're going to follow the COVID-19 protocols. So I'm just so excited. You can see that my LAFC is ready to go. And hopefully we give a good show. And hey, maybe we can win the tournament. But one could dream, right? So that is so far what was announced here in Los Angeles. So, regarding the coronavirus here in Los Angeles, the number of cases and deaths are still increasing. The number of cases has risen to 68,000 people, and the number of deaths has risen to 2,800. A lot of the local medical experts and scientists say that this was actually one of the first surges of cases and deaths in Los Angeles, and I think they said it was because of a lot of the backup log of people that were getting tested on the testing sites, and because of the protests that have been happening for the past 15 days here in Los Angeles, and they expect to have that number to increase even more. And not just here, but also all around the country of the United States. And speaking about the United States, it was announced today that the United States has surpassed over 2 million cases of COVID 19, people having contracted this virus, and the number of deaths has risen to over 113,000 Americans have died because of COVID 19. And again, The United States continues to be the number one country in the world that has the most cases and has the most deaths, unfortunately. And a lot of the medical experts and scientists from the top universities and the top government officials say that there could be a surge and a spike coming in the upcoming weeks because of these protests and civil unrest that we're seeing, kind of like a domino effect, where one state starts getting surges and other states around it will start getting spikes and surges as well. And they're asking the hospitals to be prepared for the worst. They're hoping to be wrong, but you have to prepare for the worst. So it's kind of like a wait and see. So we'll see if that horrible prediction comes to fruition. So that is it for today's video. Like I said, it was going to be very short but informative. So everyone, stay strong, stay safe.